Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode. Before I get into today's topic, I want to tell you about a masterclass I am doing. It's happening October 4th at 11 a.m. Mountain Time, which is 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And it is called Why You Can't Sleep: The Five Hidden Causes of Insomnia. So, I'm going to be talking about imbalances in your body that contribute to you not sleeping, how gut health, hormones, and more are affecting your sleep, and some steps you can take to figure out what is causing your insomnia and sleep better soon. This is going to be very interactive where you're going to get some answers and explanations for a lot of your symptoms, including not being able to sleep. So the link to register is in the show notes. So I would love to see you there. All right, now let's get into today's topic about serotonin deficiency. And is this causing your insomnia? Now, serotonin is called our happy neurotransmitter because it helps us enjoy life. And many of my clients are deficient in serotonin, and it's affecting their sleep and mood. In fact, lack of serotonin is thought to contribute to depression, which is why SSRIs, those antidepressants that are selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, are commonly prescribed for depression. Those drugs are meant to increase the amount of serotonin that stays in your body or brain. And if you have depression, you may have been told that it's causing your insomnia. Instead, I think that it's that one of the same reasons you don't enjoy life is the same reason you don't sleep well, and that's from lack of serotonin. And the reason you don't have enough serotonin is because your body isn't totally healthy. And I'll explain why in a minute. But I want to point out that serotonin deficiency directly affects sleep because your body is supposed to convert serotonin to melatonin, and we know that melatonin regulates our sleep cycle. So here are some of the symptoms of serotonin deficiency. It's loss of pleasure in hobbies and interest, even feelings of inner rage and anger, and of course depression, difficulty finding joy from life's pleasures, depression, especially when it's cloudy or there's lack of sunlight. So, that seasonal affective disorder can be from lack of serotonin. Loss of enthusiasm for favorite activities, not enjoying favorite foods, not enjoying friendships or relationships. So, again, a lot of this is back to not feeling pleasure and joy in what we might have used to. And the last symptom is unable to fall into a deep and restful sleep. So let's talk about causes of serotonin deficiency. And the first one is actually lack of good gut bacteria. And honestly, this is a major cause of most neurotransmitter deficiencies. So even dopamine and GABA and the hormone melatonin, 90% of those neurotransmitters are supposed to be made by the good bacteria in our gut. They're actually not made in our brain, they're made in our gut brain. And so many of my clients with serotonin deficiency actually can see on their test on the GI map that they're severely lacking in those probiotics, in the good bacteria. So taking probiotics is definitely key, but you also want to address pathogens in the gut because they are killing off the good bacteria and they're damaging the gut lining. And so they're leading to that to not having a healthy gut, which is going to impact sleep in other ways as well. So, you really want to create an environment where the good guys can thrive. So, that means working on repairing the gut and avoiding foods you're sensitive to because those are damaging the gut. So, figuring that out is an important piece. Now, the second cause of low serotonin is adrenal dysfunction. So, and I don't call this adrenal fatigue. I think that's actually the wrong name for it because there's usually nothing wrong with the adrenals themselves. It's more the what's called the HPA axis is the hypothalamus pituitary adrenal axis. All of those things tell the adrenals to make cortisol. But the only time there's something wrong with the adrenal glands is in Addison's disease, which is an autoimmune disease where the body's attacking the adrenal glands. Otherwise, what I mean by adrenal dysfunction is that when your body's constantly stressed, over time, your adrenal glands don't have the resources they need to make cortisol and other hormones. So there's nothing wrong with them, but they just don't have the building blocks they need to build them. And so you need enough of the adrenal hormones, such as cortisol, epinephrine, and norepinephrine, to convert serotonin to melatonin. Now, another cause of serotonin deficiency is low estrogen. And this can happen in men too, not just women, but it's really common in women, especially who have taken birth control for a long time and estrogen has become depleted. So, what happens with estrogen is that estrogen increases the sensitivity of the receptors for serotonin. So, you need enough estrogen to get the benefits of serotonin. And if estrogen is depleted, it's usually from ongoing chronic stress where your body has used all of the resources to make cortisol instead of making sex hormones, or again, from birth control. So, nutrition and supplements for serotonin may not help if estrogen is also low. So, that's why it's also really important to be, even for neurotransmitters, to be looking at gut health, to be looking at hormone balance, because they all are a piece of the puzzle. Now, high blood sugar or insulin is also going to affect serotonin because it will decrease the tryptophan transport across the blood brain barrier. So, how it works is that tryptophan converts to 5-HTP, which converts to serotonin, which then converts to melatonin. So, if you're having blood sugar issues, developing insulin resistance, then that is going to affect your serotonin. Now, the last cause are nutrient deficiencies. So, again, you need different nutrients for all these conversions to happen. So, the conversion of tryptophan to 5-HTP to serotonin, it needs iron, it needs magnesium, it needs certain B vitamins. And so, if your gut isn't healthy and you aren't absorbing nutrients from food properly, or if your liver's overburdened and it's using all of your B vitamins, or if you don't have enough gut bacteria that actually make some of our B vitamins, then your body isn't going to have the nutrients it needs to make serotonin. Now, there are also things that deplete the nutrients, such as SSRIs, estrogen replacement therapy, birth control, H. pylori, and low stomach acid, and alcohol are all going to deplete those nutrients that we need to make serotonin. So, again, that's why looking at this big picture is really important. So, one of the tests that's part of the complete sleep solution is called a neurofocus panel. So, it looks at 7 different neurotransmitters, including serotonin. And with this test, we can see exactly what's affecting your sleep and mood and start supporting it immediately so that you sleep and feel better as soon as possible. And then the other tests that look at gut health, hormone balance, adrenal health, and more are going to show why serotonin is low. So we can work on those things in the long term so that you don't have to supplement forever. So, this is a new test that I am doing as part of my program, and I'm constantly looking for ways to improve how my program works and how quickly it works. And so, this is a test I'm really excited about to add to what I'm doing because I want you to see improvements as quickly as possible while we work together. And then we're also going to be working on restoring your health in the long term so you can sleep better permanently and enjoy better health for the rest of your life. So, you are welcome to book a free consultation with me to see if we're a good fit together. So, I know what's going on with your sleep and your health and make sure that it's going to work. And then and then I can tell you what it looks like to work together if that's what you're interested in. And whether we decide to work together or not, you'll know the next step that makes sense for you to sleep better soon. All right. Thanks for listening, and I will see you next week.